Hi friends, good morning, and this is Bharat Reddy, and welcome once again. And today I want to talk about some of the leadership lessons I was able to gather, take away from a newly released OTT series. This is based on the Titan story. It's called Titan Make in India. Amazing series, 6 episodes. I would say a must watch for any budding entrepreneur or even an established business leader or any executive. I have some personal, connects because I have visited several of these places like the Bombay House and the Hosur plant, etc. And I also know and met some people. Now, what are those top learnings? Of course, these are my learnings and my takeaways. And if you think there are any more, please feel free to, put it in the comment section so that it can help others also. Now, the first learning is that any leader needs to have a vision, and everything starts with that vision. Now, here, the protagonist, it's called Z. So he gets an idea of watches from another person, and from there he starts building on that vision, and his say thought is or vision or dream is why not every Indian household have a Titan. Amazing, very powerful, isn't it? So it's very essential for the leader to have that vision. Imagine, a organization led by a leader who has a very small vision. It can never outgrow the vision of the leadership, isn't it? So, I mean, how long it may take, whether you take that, you reach that vision or not is secondary. So, but have that vision, have that larger, picture. It's very essential for the leader, and back it up with research data. So, like what is the market, who are the incumbents, what is the competition, what are the challenges, all of that are data points which will support your vision. So, having that is the critical first. Second is build a team. So, to achieve something small, you don't need a team, you can do it individually. But if you want to achieve something big, you will definitely need a team, because see, as a founder you may have one or two skills, and when you are small you may be able to multitask and do things, multiple things, right? Whereas when you are growing, you will need people who, you will need experts who are already successful in their careers. So you need to learn to respect them. So I mean, here in this case, they find that they need a head of marketing who has built a brand from scratch, and they go on and hire. So and those people come with their own say knowledge, experience, expertise. So you need to learn to respect those people. And third is equip them. Now imagine, you have a doctor, very experienced, very expert doctor, but he doesn't have the necessary tools to perform a surgery. Do you think he will be effective? Right? So a tool could be even a computer, or the required machines, or things like that. In this case, there is this general manager who used to work with one of the public sector watchmakers, whom I am referring to, and he has raised requisition for some machines, and which have not arrived even after, I think, 2 years or so. So people will get frustrated. No matter how intelligent, how expert they are, without the right tools, they will not be able to perform at their best. So, as a leader, you need to ask your team what tools they need to succeed in their roles. And once you have this, challenge your team to with say audacious goals, things which they themselves may not have thought about. If they have thought about, well and good. If not, you will need to be the leader who brings out these kind of audacious goals and set ambitious targets. If you fall short, no problem. So you aim for the stars and land on the moon, and it's good, no? Right? And ask the right questions. to your team. I have observed, especially many of the leaders, they haven't realized the power of asking the right questions. See, when you ask questions, what happens is the solutions will come out from the other person. So when the solution comes out, it's their solution, not yours. So when it is the solution has come out from them, it will the ownership is also theirs. Imagine somebody is asking you the right questions and the solution comes out from you. Instead of somebody imposing their viewpoint, their solutions on you, how would you feel? Especially when managing key people, art of asking questions is so very important. And point number 6 is be solution oriented. Believe me, anything worthwhile, anything significant will not be easy. There will always be problems. Now, you need to be a solution oriented person. You need to be solution oriented and you need to build a culture of being solution oriented. Imagine, everyone is talking about problems and nobody talks about solutions. It will be pure chaos, isn't it? So you need to be solution oriented. It's very easy to blame people or blame on something, and things. I have seen people who keep blaming. It could be investors, it could be customers, it could be team, or it could be something else. Everything except themselves. Right? Be solution oriented. Always be solution oriented. Okay. And be willing to take risks or tough decisions when required. So in this case, we see that the protagonist Z has to hire a marketing head, even when they already have somebody who has been there with them from the start of the journey. So he takes those tough decisions, and also expanding to Europe is a tough decision, right? So sometimes these decisions, because as a leader we need to take those decisions. No, who if the leaders don't take, who else will take? Correct. Sometimes they work, sometimes they may fail, and that's where the next point comes in, where when they don't work, accept the mistakes, take responsibility, and wherever required, apologize. So when somebody says, steps up and says, hey, look, this is my fault. It has happened because of me. I take responsibility and I will do everything possible to correct it. And I need your help. Imagine the kind of respect it grows to that kind of person. And imagine, you build a culture within the organization which takes ownership and takes responsibility. When things are going good, everyone is great, but the problem comes when things don't go in the direction that we want. When you have a team which takes owns that responsibility, you have a wonderful team which can course correct, self regulate, and do wonders, right? And point number 9 is be persistent. Nothing significant, I was mentioning, will happen overnight. It will take years and decades, and you may be seeing outside of you companies like zooming to 100 million within say 12 months, or $1 billion unicorns within say 10 months of launch, or like that. If you start comparing yourself with them, you will be in a very difficult position. Be persistent and stay in your lane. Learn from others. Nothing wrong with that. But don't compare yourself with others. Right? And finally, be a finisher. People generally are very good at starting something new. It could be simple things like reading a book or starting exercise regime or something else. But be the one who finishes things. How big you decide. Not every say business, every startup, every idea needs to be a $1 billion story. Correct. So you need to know when to have that exit, have clarity. The reason is, post that, what is the business continuity, succession plan, all of that also comes into picture. As a leader, you need to be thinking along these lines, right? So these were the 10 takeaways I had from this watching this series. I strongly recommend, if you have not watched, please watch it. It's available on Amazon Prime, and share with me, there are any other takeaways. It has, many fond memories which I can relate to. And that's all for today's episode. Until the next episode, see you. Bye.